Well, I have this lock on my vocal cords or throat that I feel I can't freely speak and say my mind to other people. I have trouble putting my point across to saying what I think and what I feel, and I'd rather say nothing. I want to be able to talk to everybody and say everything I want to say without any restrictions upon myself.
Okay, I understand. Is there any kind of physical pain that's involved with it?
No, nothing
No.
at all. I can use it for work purposes, to interpret, to translate, but that's it.
Okay.
I can't communicate freely with my fellow human beings.
Okay. So what you want to do is we're going to delete out your mind so that your mind is not interfering, because your mind is like, an old, I call it the old nagging wife. It just has questions and questions and questions, but it never has any answers. So we want to delete that out and strengthen your physical intelligence, okay, and your CNS, your central nervous system. All right. And strengthen that to your throat and your vocal cords. But the issue is doesn't show itself in your throat and the vocal cords. It goes back to days gone by.
Yes.
It goes back to when you were young, and issues that went on in the house with the mother and father, but it also feels more like it was a grandparents or a grandparent. Sound familiar?
More of a stepmother.
That what?
A stepmother rather than grandparents.
Stepmother. Okay. And you were about how old then?
Like about 7 or 8.
7 or 8 years old. And
yes.
It was kind of like a strict situation.
Yes, it's more like a situation where don't say, don't speak to anybody, don't say anything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and it's the brain processes traumas in the same way, and it doesn't matter whether you're in a war zone getting shot at or whether you're a baby that no one's paying attention to at a party at 2 years old. Okay, to the brain, it's exactly the same. Trauma is trauma. Okay, and at some point back there at that point, there was a trauma in there. So we want to delete out the trauma back from that area. And we want to delete out the negative experiences from the childhood resolving around the stepmother. Okay. And delete those down to 0 minus infinity. Okay. And we want to strengthen you to being balanced, centered, and stabilized. Okay. And we're also going to send strength from your CNS to your throat, to your vocal cords, and back to the brain. Okay, to start reacquainting those. so that they continue to strengthen. When you think about your voice right now, is it same or different?
Different.
Different? Well, different's good, because anytime something's different means you're making positive change. Okay? And for
Okay.
numerous years, okay, it's just a matter of getting out of all the judging and the comparison to others, okay? That just completely tears you down. It takes away your voice, okay? It takes away your certainty. And without certainty, you have no possible way to build yourself with self-esteem. So I'm going to increase and strengthen your certainty to 100% plus infinite potential. Okay. And I want you to realize that that voice is something you use every day. Okay. Use it with as a translator, you said. The part which was held back was the personal side. But the personal side is not being held back anymore because you're releasing that. Okay, so the same thing that we did with Sherry earlier, okay, is there were some karmas that were involved between you and the stepmother, and probably some other family members back at that time, because there's always seems to be some. So we're going to release all of the karmas, okay, and delete those down to 0, so that you can be released of any karmas that are hanging over you. And delete all those down to 0 minus infinity. And strengthen your entire system. Strengthen your lymphatic system to 100%. Strengthen the CNS to your heart. And your heart back to the CNS, strengthens the lymphatic system to be able to get all of the junk out of your system, a lot of it which you hold lower in your legs. So you want that to immediately exit right through your feet and out into the earth, and get rid of that.
Okay.
Okay. And then just say that I love to talk to people.
Yes.
I just forwarded you the link.
A what?
Yes, me as well.
No, actually say it. Say, I love to talk to people.
I love to talk to people.
I love to talk to new people.
I love to talk to new people.
Okay, so we're going to strengthen that to 100% plus infinite potential, because that wasn't just fully robust. Okay. And you know, the 3 components of stuff that we deleted, you know, one is you have to love yourself. Okay. And then you're deleting away things that just no longer serve you. So you don't need those. But most importantly, in loving yourself, okay, is that you need to have the ability to let others love you unconditionally. Okay. And then at that point, all of a sudden your voice comes back. So if your voice was to come back today, right now, what would it sound like?
Like this, happiness and
Like happiness.
freedom to say whatever is on my mind.
Okay, well, you have that freedom. So what would you like to say?
Thank you, Steve, for helping me.
Okay.
Well, you're most, excuse me, you're most welcome. Yes, by all means. And as well, be on the other live calls and in the group,
Oh,
because, it will constantly just go through and um, strengthen all areas of your body, which can be through relationships, through finance, okay, all sorts of changes that go on, all right, because you just started a new part of life, so it's all good. And then, next week or so, send me an email and let me know how you're doing with it, and who you're talking to, and what you're talking to them about, and how much different it is.
okay,
All right?
I'll do that.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Me too.
So things just happen really, really quickly. Okay, as you can all see, things can change with just immediate results. Okay, it does not take very long. Maria, they had a little echo that kept coming back on me. I don't know if everybody else heard it. Okay, but yeah, and so that was good. Thank you for all coming on. You can see how quickly you make change.